This week on Home by Novogratz. In this week's episode, Bob and Courtney travel to LA to help their friend Kim Gold open up a new store in Fred Siegel called Babical. It's their first retail design, yet Kim feels that their aesthetic matches hers perfectly, so she goes for it. While checking out the raw space, Bob decides that they should have an area for the men to congregate in while the women shop, since it is a women's clothing store. So they come up with this concept of a library and decide to make it a focal point. They custom design some free-floating shelves and put some nice chairs in centered around a large portrait of Debbie Harry done by their friend Ann Carrington. And it creates a nice visual focal point right when you walk in the store and helps draw people in. One wall towards the back of the store is exposed brick, and they decide to make this like a feature wall, and high up on the wall they create light boxes that spell out the name of the store, Babical. And tip number one is that when using light boxes, you can change the lens to change the look of the artwork quite often. Like most clothing stores, there's going to be a lot of racks and a lot of shelves, and so they custom design these shelves out of natural wood with a natural edge to them. And that really fits Kim's aesthetic, and she loves it. Since the walls of the space are just like boring white, they decide to jazz them up, but they really can't afford wallpaper, so they paint stripes on the wall because it's less expensive. And tip number two is to create vertical stripes on the wall, and that'll make the ceiling seem higher. They decide to offset all the natural wood with some industrial pieces. And tip number three is to recycle old machinery and industrial items for decoration. In this case, they get some really cool light fixtures that were made from old conveyor belts. They also play off the industrial type store lighting by hanging a bunch of vintage and unique type chandeliers throughout the space. They bring from New York some Moroccan looking light fixtures that they had bought in Paris, but they get damaged during the trip. So tip number four is when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. They break the glass out of the fixtures and just hang the empty cage-like fixtures, and they look just as good, if not better. So they have the opening, and they love the store. It's a big success. Kim loves it. Fred Siegel loves it. Let's just hope people love the clothes.